welcome back to my channel. I'm Becca of Wisteria Stitch. Sorry it's been a little while. For anyone new, thank you for joining me, and for subscribers, thank you for coming back. It's been a little while, and I was just first with the holidays and trying to finish the bunny. That was all I had to show, so I really wanted to get that finished first. So today you get to see that. And then I have a bunch of other things and new starts, and it's been wild times. So I will show you everything I've worked on, and then my plans for next year. And there will be no whip parade, but I will show you a plans whip parade at the end. So lots to talk about. I've got some knitting and spinning to discuss. I don't think I have anything to show today, but they're part of plans, so I'm going to talk about them. Let me see if I can change the color on my light. Oh, that's better. I don't look so white. And then we'll do some life and stuff, unless it comes up now. So, first, I'll show you the big one. I'm not going to make you wait. So, the reason everybody's here, let's be honest with ourselves, is the bunny. And I've already kitted up 2026, and it's also going on this fabric. But we have the bunny finished. And this is a 28 count. Pretty sure. It hasn't been ironed, but it's done. Look at it. How cute. Look at him. There are still, just ignore this mess. I still have to snag nab at him. But he's done. I'm so thrilled. Oops. He's going to be fully finished into a pillow for Judith. So I don't know if I want like a green kind of foresty fabric, or maybe a Forest Friends, or maybe something purple and florally, or maybe something with butterfly. I'm not sure what the back fabric will be. But he's done, and he's beautiful. Just look at that. This was done 2/1 tent, and it's L&L Designs, which I guess is an AI pattern. But they did good on him. There's one thing that, there are many mistakes in here, I'm sure. And then there's one color that I used the right number, but I don't know. And you can't really tell from a distance. But there was a color that I wasn't sure was the correct dye lot. But he's done, and I love him. He's got a little, you just want to boop his nose. So he's done. Big finish for 2026. It was 85,000 stitches, which I guess if I'm doing tent is like 40 something, but he's big. Well, he's little compared to most of my other HAEDs, but it was my first full coverage. My first full coverage finish. I have other ones started, obviously. So that was really exciting. I never got the don't finish or like a finish hangover from him. I know some people get that. I just didn't. I don't know if that says something about me, but I was like, all right, next thing. Maybe I was just burnt out on it by the time that I got there, so it didn't bother me as much. I don't think these are what I worked on next. Maybe they are. Hold on, let me look at my calendar. Let's see. So I finished him on December 12th. Oh, that's right. Then I had my Dreaming of Round Robin, and I had Corinne's, and hers is Dreaming of Roses, which is beautiful. There weren't a lot of options left because hers has been through the group. I mean, I think she's done 3 rounds now. So this is the full piece. And this is on a 28 count something. And it's one of her fabrics. I'm sure that there's a tag in there, but... And then the one that I did was, of course, the biggest one left. I did this guy. It made me think of, like, the Beauty and the Beast rose. Because of just, like, that ornate kind of case. And it's all in pinks and yellows. But this was fun. This was so quick to stitch up. Like, after working on the bunny, I just needed this. Like, this was what I needed. And it just felt... I was so excited to work on it. I already have my next piece. It is... Dreaming of something else. I can't see it right now. But I will be working on that next. Okay. I think then, and I did that was a 6-day project. Then I started with some friends. Oh, and this one hurt my feelings because I was just going. And then I had to frog. I had to frog a lot. I don't even know how I made the mistake that I did, honestly. But it is Huga Holiday. Believe this is hands-on design. I had this whole deer outlined. And then when I went to meet him back up over here, I realized that he was off. That I did something weird in his neck, and he was off. And so I frogged 300 stitches. But I love this project. And I had a lot of fun with it. And I'm really looking forward to pulling this back out. But I needed a break after. I wanted to let the fabric rest a little bit. Because you can still see the holes a little bit. But letting him rest was the right decision. Because those holes have settled a lot. So, and there was a lot of doing this with my fabric. Trying to like just reset those that weave. Because it's a hand-dyed fabric. All the details, as long as I don't forget to add the new starts, will be in the description box below. So you'll be able to find all the details for this. But it's Silver Wings, or Wings of Silver, 32 count by Grace Knox. I just told you that you can look down below, and then I told you anyway. Alright, then I just had a lot of new starts. I got a little out of control. I can't help myself, I guess. So Christmas Eve, Judith got RSV last Saturday. Well, she started showing symptoms last Saturday. Sorry, you're gonna get life now. So on Saturday, I took her to the ER, and she's been in daycare for 2 weeks now, at that point. Took her to the ER Saturday morning. She was just wheezing really bad, having a hard time breathing. By the time we got to the hospital, she sounded totally fine. They were like, yeah, her O2's great. She's not wheezing. There's no sounds in her lungs. But they tested her for everything. She had RSV. So they gave her some steroids, and out the door we went. So by Wednesday, which was Christmas Eve, like, she was feeling better on and off, but Wednesday she was just so tired. And she just went back to sleep in the morning. She was up for an hour or two, and then she passed out for another 2 or 3 hours. So I was like, I'm just going to start stuff. So I did. I kitted up some things, and I started the things. The first one I started was the Raging Red Sampler by Black Needle Society. I was missing 2 of the reds, and so I got 2 bonnets done. This is on Curtain Call by Lappin Loops, which was in the Gothic Romance box from B&S over a year ago. So that is my teeny tiny little start. I love this fabric. I'm excited to do this project. I mean, look at these reds on this red fabric. I think it's going to be, I'm excited about it. I was feeling some feelings, and we'll talk more about me feeling my feelings towards the end here. But these are 3 of the 5 reds. I actually subbed one out. This is, I have 666 in here. Because I wanted to. I have a ton of Christmas red, and for this project it seemed appropriate. So I subbed that in for a 3800 color, or 30, one of the 3000 colors. My nose ring is like making a weird shadow on my face. I'm sorry. So there's that. Not gonna see this again in 2026 unless it's the end of the year and a spot opens up for it. Which could happen, but don't expect to see that one again. And then I was like, I want to do a pretty lady. I haven't done a pretty lady in a while, and so I want to do a pretty lady. So I pulled out Miss Christmas Eve. I have the 2 Karen water lilies. Don't I? No, I don't think I have the Karens for this one. Now this one calls for 4 Karen water lilies. I don't think I have the water lilies for this one. So those are on order. But I do have the bead pack, and I have the fabric that I wanted to use, and I had a small handful of the DMCs. So I started her anyway, because I don't care. I really wanted to. And, like, just look at how beautiful she is. Needed to start her. I've been wanting to start her for a while, so I did. Yeah, no, I don't have the water lilies. So this is on White Peach Tea, linen, 32 count. And here is my little start. I got the fabric at Retreat, so it's not serged. But this is my little start. My little bitty start. It's in her head. I'm starting on her headdress. I only worked on an hour. So there's like 130 stitches or something like that in here. But it was a lot of fun. I really like her. I maybe could have started in the middle and done dress, but I like starting at the top when I can, so I did. Then the baby woke up and we did, honestly, I don't remember, probably nothing Christmassy. It was a weird Christmas. But then Christmas Day, went to my mom's, did the Christmas morning thing, waffles, bacon. And then my sister took Judith and for the weekend. And so I did 2 more new starts. Actually, I think I started this one first. So, Judith is 3 now. And so I finally started her birth record. This was a dimensions kit. I hated the fabric, so when I went to start it in May, I was like, ew, no, I can't start this. So I didn't. And so I started it on Christmas. And it is on this fabric called Jennifer. It's a really pretty green. And I've got some hanging threads. I started on the border. And I just started getting into the giraffe's ear. And this was an hour. I am excited about this fabric. I think it's going to make a lot of the colors they look richer. And I really did not like the feel of the fabric in the kit. Partly, it was just an older kit. Obviously it's been sitting around for a good while. And so it was like extra crunchy. And I tried washing it, and that didn't improve it. And then it got something on it. And I was like, obviously, I should not be working on this. And so I waited for the right fabric. I think I got this at Retreat. Won't see that in 2026. But then the part that I was obsessed with this. This made me so happy to work on. I started Mary Mary. And there was some hemming and hawing over my fabric choice because I was worried about my margins. I think I only have like an inch and change on the sides. But I'm going to be the one lacing it to frame it. So, or maybe I'm sending it somewhere. I don't know. It's so pretty. But I'm doing it on a 28 count, and it's a fat quarter, and it's a mystery. But I was dead set on doing it on this blue. Because I saw somebody else doing their beading on a blue similar to this. I was like, I have to do it on a blue like this. I found another blue in my stash. That was a 32 count. And I just didn't love it. I didn't love it. I didn't love it like I loved this. So margins be damned. I measured from the bottom, or from the top, and I folded it in half to make sure I was starting in the center. I measured from the top because I knew I had plenty of margins on the top and bottom. And then I folded in half for my center. So my margins on the sides should be about the same. And I started in the dress. So I started right here. Is this B5200? This is white or B5200, and then this is all Karen Water Lily. And I just obsessed with this. I think I got like 500 stitches in. I was loving it. I didn't want to put it down. I did a whole 12 strand length of the Karen Water Lilies before I was like, okay, I need to put this down. Otherwise I'm going to finish it right now. And I don't have everything I need to finish it, which is why I started where I did. Is because I only have the bead pack and the water lilies and a small number of the DMCs. So I love her. And I cannot wait. I have the DMCs on order. So that next time for this and for Miss Christmas Eve. And so I will be able to really put some work into them next time they come out. Because I'll have everything I need. And I have the skin tones. They're not in my bags. But I do have the skin tones because I have them for the other mirrors and she uses the same colors for all of them. So those were my new starts, and then I've only worked on one other project. I say 20 minutes in. But it's been over a month. We haven't talked for a while. I think we talked, was it before Thanksgiving? Has it been that long? But then this one is Welcome to the North Pole. It was a stitch along at one point. I got it when they were finishing the stitch along. But by Primrose Cottage Stitches. Only have it available in a print pattern. It's so cute. I'm obsessed. So I started working on this and it immediately got added to my 2026 plans. I can't help it. I'm obsessed with this. When I started, I only had the white up on the top of this and the white going down this pole. And that's it. That's all I had. I put 1,000 stitches in on it in one day. And I think I've worked on it for 3 or 4 days now. And this is where we are. It's amazing. I love this piece so much. It is so fun. Everything is totally done for this top banner. I've got 3 more rows of filling in the snow. Well, and a half. 3.5 rows left of filling in the snow. And the top band is done. And then I'm going to put it away and work on something else. Because there's one other project I want to work on before the new year. So, I'm just so tickled with this. I was having so much fun with it. I was like, alright, this needs to be part of my 2026 finish plans because I want it done. And it's not going to be real big. Like, it is just, like, I'm going to have, this is as wide as it is. And it's going to fit on this fabric. Like, all this is leftover. Like, everything outside of my frame over here, that's all extra. It's only going to be this big. This is a 20 count lugana. I don't love lugana on projects like this now because, like, the holes are so big. But, you know, 3 feet lady looks fine. Looks fine. And, you know, once it's got something behind it, it looks fine. But this is on Dirty Chai. So, really excited about this. Going back on my Lowry stand immediately. So, that brings me into 2026 plans. I am a little crazy. I have spreadsheets on spreadsheets on spreadsheets. Spreadsheets are my love language. I joined Whip Warriors when they opened, and I'm going to be doing the 26 and 26 path. I don't know what they call it. They call it a certain thing. But I'm doing 26 and 26, which I was planning on doing something similar to anyway. I want to have 26 finishes in 2026. So I have my projects all, but I'm missing a couple, and I'll tell you which ones as I go. I have all of this in alphabetical order. I think I even have my bin set up in alphabetical order. So I just need to stick this in. Okay. So, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 full coverage. And then everything else on my list is, what are words, is not full coverage. So, and I have, for when we get to the full coverage, I will tell you my page goals. So, alphabetically the first, let me grab a handful of these. Is in this project bag. This is a Little Boat 88 bag. This is Bluey. It was a Sal by Olivia and Lee's Studio. This is my ratty cover photo. It's so cute. I think if I can finish I think I have it set so that if I finish 2 boxes a month, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, nope, 3 boxes a month. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 2 boxes a month. So this is where we're starting from. If I do 2 boxes a month, I'll finish the boxes in October. And then November is finishing the border, and December will be backstitch. In theory, that will get it done. I don't know if I'll work it that way, or if I'll just do a couple days power session, but I could get a block done in a day or 2. So if I worked on it 4 days a month, this would see it finished by the end of the year. So this is where we're starting from. And then I will there's a sequel that I'll put on this side. I think it should fit. So that is exciting. Judith is excited about it. She wants her project finished. You should have heard her. When I was working on the bunny, she'd be like, "Mommy, go work." She wanted me to finish her pillow. She's like, "Go work on my pillow. Why are you playing with me? Go finish the pillow for me." So I did. The next thing we have is a dimensions kit. It is a small one. Butterfly Dream. Using all the called fors and the fabric that came with it. And this is our starting place. I'm also doing fandom, this year's musicals. So it's going to be kind of hard to figure out if I can do, like, which of my 26 projects that I start with I can put into that game. Because I have to have 2,600 stitches left. And like something like this, it's paper. I don't know if I have 2,600 stitches left. But I mean, I probably have 2,600 stitches left, right? Look at all the things. So there's that. That should be a pretty quick finish. There's going to be a lot of should be's in here. Then we have Castle Homecoming. I still have a cough from being sick. This one, we are real close. All I have left is the border and backstitch. And the castle. So I'll finish. I've got the castle. This tree. Backstitch, border and backstitch. Everything else is done. So there's just a little bit on this side. I think I saved myself like 5,000 stitches in this. But I'm excited to get this one finished. That'll be it's another one for Judith. There seems to be a theme and I didn't even realize it. Next up, we have another Dimensions kit, another small one. This was a start last January, I think. It was a whip go pull. And I got a ton done on them already, so I don't think I can use this one for fandom. I think I might have too much done. Look at him, he's so cute. I have everything done in him except for a couple stitches in this envelope right here. And then he's done. It's just finishing out the scarf and the snow. Because of the snow, because this is like a few stitches, a few rows deep, I might have enough to put him in. But that's going to be so fast because it's got like maybe almost 10 rows deep of snow, of just white, from the cover photo. So, but he should be, and I have to finish his hat. I have this, why can't I? This little bit of hat left. So, this should be a really quick stitch up. I think I don't remember how many stitches are done in him. But I'm excited to get this one finished. This will probably be one of my first ones that I decide to work on, just because of how little he is. And when I put him away in January, after I hit my whip go goal on him, I was just like, this is going to be a finish. And then I wanted it to be, I was really trying that first month to hit whip go goals. I didn't make it very far. So I won't be doing whip go this year Mainly because I'll only have 26 projects going at a time anyway. So I don't really need to be told what to work on because I've already self-prescribed that. Next is Forest Friends. This is a tiny modernist pattern, I believe. It is on a mystery fabric. It is a very tiny start. I started with a few other friends. 2 of them have already finished it. 1 of them fully finished it and gifted it. Actually, the other might have also been fully finished and gifted at this point. And this is where I'm at. I'm not real far. But, I mean, this is as wide as it is, and it's as tall as it is wide. It's not real big. It's really cute, and so I should be able to knock this out pretty quick. I mean, it didn't take them very long to finish, and they always tell me I'm a fast stitcher, so maybe like a week of work into this, we'll see it finished. So... Next, we have another start from this year. Fairy Coffee Mother. I don't think I'm very far on this one either. I think I put an hour or so into it. But I'm really liking this fabric, this purple. Actually, what is the name of this fabric? This might be a mystery fabric. Yeah, it is. Right. Anyway. Does not matter. I started the border. It was a start along. She's already finished hers. Again, this is really small. Like, it's not much wider than this. It might go out to here. And it's short. Like, I think it's only going to be like this tall. It will fit. Pretty sure it'll fit on this. So this is another one that if I sat down for about a week, this would be done. It's not a complicated pattern. It's, there aren't a ton of colors, and it's not really big. I just need to give it a little bit of time. Sorry, I dropped something. Dropped the penguin. Alright. Then this, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this. This is so pretty. This is by Sheba Designs. And in here, look how pretty. In here lives Ingleside Imaginarium Galaxy Dragon. I won this during Bestitch Me's giveaway. 2 months ago? 3? This I want to finish because, I mean, these are the colors. Like, it's mostly the Bestitch Me silk and a couple, just a couple DMC. Like, this should be pretty quick. A lot of this should be pretty quicks. And I also got the fabric with it. God, this fabric is gorgeous. Look at this. And I'm going to have all of this left over. I can't even believe it. But this is where we're at. Almost done with this wing. Whoops. Almost done with the wing. This is really great fill-in, like block stitching for Myth and Magic. And so that's what I'll be doing. I think I might be missing, like, why is there a hole there? I think I might be missing that color. Whoops. Didn't add that. I need to add that to my DMC order before it comes out. So that is where we're starting. I love this sleepy cat. Oh, she's so cute. Okay. Like, I just want to work on all of these right now as we're looking at them. So I think that means that I made the correct choices on what my 26 are. Well, my 26 plus. Alright. Let me swap stashes here. How's everybody doing? Like, how was your Thanksgiving and your Christmas? How are things? We haven't visited in a while. Ugh. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know how you're doing. Okay. The next thing is another kit. Grandchildren. Way more fun than their parents. Yeah. And that says, best grandma ever. This was already started, I think, by my grandma. As you will see green pants here. Purple pants. So I'm pretty sure this was started by Go-Go. So I'm finishing it. There was a mistake in here somewhere. When she did it, she did this 2 stitches high. But I'm leaving it because she did that. So this is where we're starting from. Another one that should go really quick. Don't know if I can use it for fandom. Fandom. I mean, I can. I just can't put it in my 26 project rotation thing. I don't know what it's called. But. Oh, you've already seen this one. I was like, what's in here? We have Huga Holiday. Then we have Mill Hill, I Drive a Stick. This is the Buttons and Beads Autumn series. This is a gift. And this is where we're starting from. I got all the border done. I don't know why I do this. That's not much better. I got all the border done. And so now we're just starting the big blocks. I mean, the border isn't done. It's got beads and it's got some other stuff in it, but the border met up, so that was what I wanted, to make sure that I had the right margins. Now we're just filling in. Forever filling in. I don't know. I haven't beaded anything yet. Not really. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish. I'm hoping beading is quick, but I have no idea. The stitching will be quick on it, though. Right. Up next we have... And everything I'm showing you right now are these are my first set of projects that will be allowed to be worked on. I'll show you everything else after these. So these are alphabetical regular whips. Then I'll show you my full coverage whips. And then I'll show you the rest. So this is I Smell Snow. Gilmore Girls. Probably going to be a January project. And this is where we're starting. I love this fabric. I love this blue. And it is just white. It is all this white. There are some sequins that I'll be putting on when I get there. I love this little needle minder. Like, I just love this project. I won't do it again. But if I were to do it again, I would probably use like the DMC Etoile or a treasure braid so that the snowflakes had a little bit of shimmer. I think that would be a lot of fun. But probably won't do it a second time because I don't know that I know anybody who loves Gilmore Girls quite like I do. Sorry, this is a longer one, but it's okay. We like long videos, right? The bane of my existence. I mean, it's really cute. There are just mistakes and, like, fudging that I have to do. But, like, look at that face. And literally nobody will know that I have stuff that's fudged because it's all brown. You can't tell. But when I'm doing it, I know that there are things that are not perfect. But he's so cute. So many blends. Hot chocolate. I have him in my tracker as Lab Puppy. And, like, we're not even really... Oh, I'm always surprised at how far I am. I always think that I'm just right in here. But, like, look, we're working on ears. And we need to fix this creepy eyeball we got going on. So, the fabric is filthy. Sorry about that. I started this in, like, 2019. So, the fabric has seen some shit. Sorry, I can't help it. But we're going to finish him this year because, like, he looks real sad with one eye right now. So he's going to get finished. He has to get finished. He's so old. But, like, look, he's still got a puppy face. He's really cute. So I think what I might do is I might go up to the top and then, like, find my left corner and then just start going like I normally do now. Because I center started him because that's how you did it. And I don't start anything in the center anymore unless, like, except for my Mirabilia. That is the only thing that I have done a center start on in a very long time. Then we have another kit. There's a theme. There are a lot of kits that I just want to get done. Life is too short to wait. It's my motto. Just, I don't have time. I just want to do the thing. And this was a Whip Go start. And we're not really far. No, this was a Mania start. So that's where we are. That was an hour. Oh no, I hope I didn't just lose a needle somewhere in my lap. I did. Hold on. Whoop. It's sticking to a needle minder in another bag. Oh, that's fun. Let me just commit a sin by putting my needle in my fabric. I don't really care that much. My needles don't tarnish really bad, or rust or whatever, so normally I feel confident putting them up in a corner and just moving on with my day. Right, then we have Make Each Day Count. I was waiting for this blue and maybe it was this blue. And I have them now, so I can finish it. Here they are. The two missing pieces. So, this should be a pretty quick finish. I just have to finish the words, the purse over here, and then the stuff down at the bottom and backstitch. There's backstitch on this timepiece and on the letter, and the glove has a little backstitch, And the purse might have some backstitch. But there's not a ton left. This is just a couple days. Seems to be a theme. There are just a couple days left on a lot of things. So hopefully, I mean, if it takes me 1 week to finish a lot of them, then the ones that need more time, I'll still have weeks and weeks left. So, all right, next we have my Mirabilia for the year. This is my focus Mira. I will not do another Mira until this is done. I say that. But this is my November Topaz Fairy. And I'm further in it than I thought. I might do, like, I'm way in the backlog of Jessie Marie Does stuff. I mean, I'm only 3 years behind now, so I feel like, I mean, I've watched all of her recent stuff. So I feel like I'm not actually that far behind. But what I might do with this one is break it out in sections and do, like, height. And just try to get everything, all of my X's done, and then I am still missing this Krynic. It is ice blue. If anybody has ice blue that you're willing to part with, please let me know, because that's my one holdout to get this finished. I have everything else. I'm missing that one Krynic, and I don't want to sub it for something else. So I really want this one. So, yeah, I am going to maybe do a height and do maybe 10 months. The top will be bigger heights because there's not a lot of stitching left up there. So I might make some height goals through October and then beading and backstitch November, December to get her done. So that is my tentative plan. I'll still need to math for that. But I'm excited to get her back out. I really like her, and I'd love to have my first Mira finished. This year I got my first HAED finished, so if I got my first Mira finished, then maybe my next one will be Poison Garden, but I'd have to get everything for it. Probably not going to happen anytime soon. Alright, so in this bag is my Sugar Skulls by Artecy. I'm counting each one individually as a finish because they're all going to be on the same fabric, but I'm going to be finishing them separately. They're not going to be finished together. So this is the first one. I only want to finish this for this part, and this is another one that's just a few days. Like, it is ridiculous. There are 6 of them, and I have it on this giant fat half. I can get all of them probably just across the top here. Silly. But I liked this fabric. Because it's got like some yellowy greeny blue in it. But anyway, you're not here to see the fabric. It's really pretty fabric though. Regardless of how pretty the fabric is, you want to see the project. So here it is. We're going to finish this guy. Because the outline is all done. I mean, except for this. So it's just doing the actual face, which will be fun. So this one probably will come out in May. Cinco de Mayo project. Oh, we're back at the start of this pile. Okay. There is one that I didn't pull out. Whoops. That is F. So you'll get it now. But just know that I understand that F, you know, goes in. I know how the alphabet works. It's just in a bigger bag, so it's a little separate. Oh my gosh, why is that so heavy? Full coverage, that's why. Okay. So, I think I have one more. Wackadoo. We are so close on this one. Like, so close. So, here we are. I've been backstitching as I go. Ooh, it's weird holding it over on this side. I've got a bruise. Okay. Here's this. This should only take me a few days. Like a broken record over here. Oh. Alright, and then this is Frogworks. So this is all of my Frogworks pieces. The year one is the one on my finish for my 26 and 26. All of them are eligible to be subbed in after that. But my goal, oh god, this fabric feels so nice. My goal is to finish year one. So this is year one. There's a lot to do in this one. This isn't just a week, I don't think. This one has like a substantial amount to do. So that's year one. This is where I'm at in year two. Year three. There are stitches in year three. See them? They exist. Year four, equally, like, look, we got some stuff. Year five. And then year six has the most work done because I had a retreat for it. And I think that I have to frog out some of this bottom border. I think I went too far because I was doing it for a stitching channel, for one of the stitching hours. So, god, this fabric feels so nice. I think this is a 40 count for doll, maybe. Feels so nice. Is that what that is? What is this? I don't want to spend too much time. There it is. It is 40 count for doll. I had to. It's just so soft. I'm obsessed with it. Alright. Then we have full coverages. These are not in alphabetical order. And I am missing some. I Don't Know Where My Capricorn Is by Josephine Wall. That is one that I would like to get a page finish on. I also, in my hand, yesterday I was reorganizing things, and I had the fabric in my hand to start Scorpio for Judith. And I would like to get a page finish on it. Do I know where I put that piece of fabric now? No, I do not. I have no idea. So that's actually going to go... Capricorn and Scorpio are going out of this rotation for now. And I'll have to put something else in for those. Because I don't know where they are. And I don't want them taking up space if I never get a chance to work on them this year because I can't find them. So, I do have Aquarius, which... I don't love the fabric it's on. Oh, I know why I can't find my Scorpio fabric, because I was looking for the wrong kind of fabric. I was looking for this. And Scorpio is going on a white opalescent. That might help me find it, because I was looking for a piece of this. Oh, that changes things. Scorpio might be coming back out. Capricorn is on this fabric, though. Don't know where that is. But... this is Aquarius. Like to finish a page. We're nowhere near that. But a page finish is what I'd like. This is all one shade of blue. I don't know which shade. I'm pretty sure it's just one shade of blue. Based on the way that I have my... based on the way it's going, it looks like it's just one color. So yeah. I have a lot of tails, but that's where we're starting from. One page. Now I'm just thinking about where that fabric is, because I know what fabric to look for. Huh. Where's this? Oh, this is behind. Okay. Next, we have Kitschy Cute Collector. This is my big full coverage. Actually, it's not the biggest goal I have. Should be, but it's not. I started in diagonals, then I started doing cross country, and then I started Royal Rose. Who knows where I'm going to go when I pick it up next. But I might just go Royal Rose to the edge of page 2, and then park in page 3 over here, and do down to fill in the first 2 pages, and then move the hoop. But we'll see. This is where we're starting. The goal is 5 pages. Which, looking at this and all of the confetti, feels overwhelming. But 5 pages, that is half a page a month, not even. I can do that. I can totally do that. How many... that's what, 2,600 stitches or something like that? Possible. It's not impossible. So yeah. This will be fun. This will be fun to get out. It's colorful, it's bright, it's happy. Like, we'll see. In fandom, if for the yearly challenge I only do my stitches for it on one project, I think I get a bonus. And so it'll either be this or this, which is my Leopard by DarkXStitcher. My goal for this is 8 pages because I want to finish it in 4 years. So, and I didn't do nearly enough on it this year. So 8 pages will not get me caught up to where I'd like to be, but will get me pretty far. And once I get into like Leopard, which is, you know, where some of this black is, and I mean, it's pretty quick because it's a lot of like color falling, like waterfalls of color. I love this needle minder. But so this is probably going to be my fandom yearly challenge piece. Because this is the one that I want to see the most progress in. I know that Kitschy is a gift. And Nicole, if you're watching, it'll happen. It'll get done. It'll be in your shop eventually. She got her shop done before I even got my first page finished. So yeah, that's 8 pages. And then the other full coverage that I can find that is a goal is Mary Morgan. This is a Heaven and Earth design. Artwork is by somebody. I can't pronounce it. I know I can't, but you'll see it in a preview. This is where we're starting from. 1 page? 2 pages. I would like to get 2 pages on this. Because it's not very big. Like, I mean, I have to use this teeny tiny Q-snap because this is the rest of my fabric. Including whatever margin this is. It's not a big margin. I did not leave an inch margin? By like 1.5 inches or 2 inches. I don't know what it doesn't matter. This is where we're starting from. The goal is 2 pages. And this is the fabric that I'm looking for Scorpio. If I find that, I'll be able to start it. But, so, Scorpio, this is where we're starting from. If I find Scorpio, this is where we're starting from. This, because it's blank. It's a new start. So there's that. If I remember, I will insert a picture here. Here, hey, look, notice me. Of where we're starting with Capricorn. I have a starting photo somewhere. So I'll show you Capricorn here. If I do enough stupid stuff, hopefully I cover myself up instead of showing you that. Hopefully. Hopefully. So then, the remaining pieces. Welcome to the North Pole. This might be one of the first things that comes back out. I'm really enjoying this. So this might be one of my early comebacks. And then I have this back. We're getting there, guys. I promise. I'm not going to keep you forever. Forever, ever. Okay. So, replacements once the first ones are done. Ooh, let's get in there. Another Mill Hill. I can't read that. But this is Sun and Moon. And I got a very meager start on this. Sorry, this is the best I got right now. I don't have a board. I should get a board. Very meager start. Would love to finish it. It's a gift. This one was a last minute addition, but it's not real big. So Precious Cargo. It's a kit, if you can't tell. On the fabric it came in, which is gross, but whatever. This is where we're starting from. This was a Mania start. I know I don't have a big start, but it's so small and it's not a lot of colors. So, should be quick, she says. But that was only an hour. Like, that little start was just an hour. Then we have my January basket, because I finished the November basket already. So, if you don't remember, this was November. That one's done. Isn't she pretty? And this is where we are with January. Not very far. But I finished this one. I got this done in like 2 or 3 days and I was sick. Very, very ill. Like in and out of the bathroom and with a migraine. Sick. So this should definitely be fast if I was able to do that in 2 or 3 days while I was sick. Like, I don't get that sick. So, and it's not using the called fors. I have a bunch of subs. Couldn't tell you what they are right now. But when I work on it, I will. If I remember. And we have Ink Circles Moonbeam Tea. I love this one. And I'm doing it on this really pretty blue spruce. Oh, that light is coming from behind me. The sun is finally coming out, so I apologize. This is where we are starting from. I might need some floss. I'll have to investigate. But it is a sub. It's a sub. It's not a first string. So I have time to figure it out. I'm not very far, but it's not a huge piece, so hopefully it doesn't take me very long. Like I told you, this isn't gonna, like, we're almost there. This is the longest video I think I've ever recorded. Alright. The next one is the Downton Abbey BNS. I Am a Custodian. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going back and forth on if I actually want to finish this or not. I love this fabric. I love the fabric. I can't say I'm in love with the pattern. Because I just don't know where I'm going to put a big castle in my house. Like, I just don't know where I would put it up in my house. Or if there's anybody that I could gift it to. I'm not sure. But I love the fabric. And it's a lot of... I mean, it's a building, so it's... But I'll show it to you. What do you think? I think part of me is waiting until April when we have the next retreat, because I love the retreat. I mean, that's where I met some of my best friends, which is crazy to think that some of the people who I have become the closest to, hey guys, I love you. I met them in April. And they are the people that I probably tell more than I should to. And they are fabulous. They are just the best people. Whew. So maybe I'll finish it just because of that. Because of them. So, very small start. Very many stitches left. I think I'm like 10%. Maybe 9. 9 or 10% done. So if I get emotional, it's part of the life thing is someone very close to me is in a coma and on hospice now. And I won't be able to say goodbye. And so I just found out last night. And so that is hard. So, dandelion wish, where some see a weed, others see wishes. We have a puff. We just have a puff. Next, I need to get a PDF of this. Just one more chapter. Because toddler happened, and she ate my pattern. And so I'm missing a bunch of my pattern. I am using none of the called fors. I am just making it up as I go, for the most part. And I don't think I have enough, so I got just that. I don't think I have enough of this Gloriana's to do this whole band of words in. So now that I'm looking at it, I think I might do just the and myself in this blue Gloriana's, and then in the middle I will choose another thread that is similar, something that is close, but at least it'll be intentional that the way it's placed. Because I was using leftover of this Gloriana's from my tiny little sheep that I did. Thank you for listening to me talk through that. I think that is going to be my final choice. But I had to start on the bottom for this one because my feral child ate my pattern. Which, she's unbelievable. And now that she's 3, do I think that she would do that again? Absolutely. Absolutely. She would eat my pattern still to this day. But now she would do it just for spite, because she thinks she's funny. Because she's my kid. So she is funny. She's hilarious. Alright, my next one, I love. I think I'm feeling like this brown fabric right now. I don't know what it is. I really like it, though. This is Frosted Pumpkin Little Red Riding Hood Parade. And she's so cute. I just love her. I love that she's diverse. I love, like, her little cloak. And, like, her little dress is pink and blue. And I just think that's fabulous. I love her. So I'd love to finish this year. That would be 2 frosted pumpkin finishes. Why did I choose this over Arctic Animal Cell when I'm closer to it on Arctic Animal Cell? Not much, really, if we're being honest. I don't know. I just like it. Oh no, my disk is almost full. I need to save space by optimizing storage, guys. Here's hoping. What's in this? That was... Okay. Last one, I swear. Is Mill Hill Hayride. Another gift. Look at those cats! And the little tractor. Super cute. There's a mistake in here. Nobody needs to know. It's fine. This is where we are. Border is all lined up. Now we're just doing fill-in, starting from the top, working our way down. I'm hoping the Mill Hills go quickly. Because all 3 of them are gifts. So, I would like to get them all done this year so that I have them ready for when I draw those people for, or when they are my person for Christmas. So, and then, ouch, my knee, sorry. I will put Mary Mary and Miss Christmas Eve back into rotation in December. Because I love them. And I would love to put more work into them. And by then I'll have the rest of the flosses I need. So these will go back into rotation in December. Sorry about that. Cut off at a weird place because I ran out of disk space from older recordings. And I didn't take it seriously enough. So, anyway, all I was going to say is that this is the only other project I'm working on this year that hasn't been shown. And starting here, really pretty brown fabric. I think this is from Forbidden Fiber Co. It's a mystery. It's an oopsie. There's some blue dye on it. I don't care, it's gorgeous. The only other thing, and I already said all of these things, but I'll say it again because, my recording stopped. I have goals outside of my cross-stitching. So knitting / crocheting, I would like to finish 1 big project a quarter. So my shirt, my spider cowl. I've got this mistletoe shawl that'll be beaded. I've got some a pair of dragons that I'm crocheting. So if I just got those 4 big projects done, I've even got a blanket that I just need to finish binding off for Judith. So if I could get those finished, that would be great. I can work on other stuff too, but I would just like to at least finish 4 things. Spinning, I had wanted to do a roving a week, which is this much fluff. It's about 4 ounces. This is a lot. So I changed my goal to every other week, and that also includes plying them together. So, I will have 3 of these to ply together once I have this one done. So that would be a 2-week project, is plying. Plying is a lot faster, so it shouldn't actually take 2 weeks. But that'll give me some breathing room. Because that one is for a sock yarn. I'm almost done with the second roving. So I had one a week. I'm changing it to every other week. So 1 every 2 weeks. How did... Ew. Okay. I'll have to play with that. Then I'd like to get one fleece carded a quarter, which is a huge undertaking unless I ended up with a carding drum. If anybody has one just lying around they want to give me, thanks. I would love to get one item fully finished a quarter, whether they're mine or somebody else's, because I do have some from Corinne to fully finish for her. And then I'd like to read 8 books a month. So those are my goals outside of cross-stitch / cross-stitch adjacent. And they're pretty hefty goals. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot. But I have a bunch of spreadsheets to keep me on task and to keep me organized. I have found that keeping things in a planner, on a paper planner, doesn't work as well for me. I'm hoping that having it digitally will help. I'm also playing a bunch of games. Like I said, I'm doing fandom, this year's musicals. Ooh, I've got a lot of fuzzies on my tablet. I have Whip Warriors, and we're playing a game called Ozbor. I haven't heard anybody actually say the name out loud, so I think it's Ozbor. It's kind of like D&D style. We've got teams. We will be stitching our characters, and then we're going to be going out and adventuring, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I've got a really cool group of people that I'm doing it with, and I'm excited about that. I will be doing, let's go to my games sheet. Grace notes, Corinne made a stitching Disney adventure, and it's intense because it is literally every single thing in every single park at Disney World. All of the events, the rides, the food, like everything. Everything has an event. Everything. And then, so I'm rolling a d6 and doing 100, multiplying by 100 and doing that. I'm doing the Christmas event right now. There are 81 items. 83 items. I might have something on here twice. Currently showing is 83 items. I think it's 81. Something is obviously duped in here. But there are a good number. I have 13 done. 15. I have 15 done apparently. Wild. No, 14 done. I have a lot more done than I thought I did. And I found my dupes. Yeah, so there are 81. I had one thing on here 3 times. It was Minnie's fireworks, so obviously I was very excited about them. And then I'm doing the PA, Ohio, everywhere. They're doing a farming game in 2026. Right now I am stitching for my acreage. I currently have 11 acres and going from there. I have with, I don't remember the group. Hold on. A series of challenges by Crossing Crafts. Stitching the Harry Potter books. I'm stitching them by chapter. I started this in June. And then I forgot to upload all my photos, so I'm slowly getting those added in so I don't go to Facebook jail. I think I should be done with book 1. If not, I think I'm close. But I'm slowly adding my pictures and stuff in for that. And then there is another game. I haven't looked into it much yet, but it's the Threadwalker Saga by Fox. I want to say it's something Fox. Wild Fox Stitchery. The group is Wild Fox Stitchery Cozy Crafters. It's another D&D type game. She's got a PDF for it. It's got a really cool backstory. I really love her. I love the way that she has written it. And so I've got all of the things and all of the spreadsheets so I can mark off when I complete things. And and then two other things that are on my list for my 26 and 26 are Disagree by the Rebel Stitcher. I am doing it on a red, splotchy red fabric. I don't know where my fabric went. I had it. I was excited about it. I pulled it out. I put it somewhere safe so that I could start it. And I don't know where that safe spot is. So I have to find it. And I'm going to do B5200 on it. And I believe the B5200 is with it. It might be in a project bag. Together. Somewhere. I don't know. I don't know where I put it. But I am mysteriously missing some B5200. So I suspect that they're together. Somewhere. And then another one is called This Little Light of Mine. It is a dumpster fire. It was an Etsy pattern. I'll show you on my phone because if you look it up, there are a few, I think. Oh, sorry. So sorry. Where is it? Well, I was going to show you. I'll just put a picture of it up here. And also, life that I was talking about, I need to find a fuck cancer pattern. So, if anybody knows of a beautiful, whimsical, artsy version of one that would look awesome on a light purple fabric, let me know. I think it's a light purple. I just know that the color, I know the name of the color I'm doing it on. So, if you have recommendations for ones that you love, I've scoured Etsy. Nothing was screaming at me yet. But maybe I just need to give it some time. Other than that, not a lot going on in life. Judith is in daycare now. Josh is working. She loves daycare. She's had a rough time going back. She had a week off. She just started 2 weeks ago, and then she had a week off for Christmas. And she struggled waking up this morning to go. So, but she loves it. They call her the social butterfly already. Everybody is her best friend. We've been cleaning and reorganizing the house here. Judith has space adjacent to my office now instead of by the front door. So that seems like a better situation. Maybe her toys won't end up all over the house now. Doubt it. Been dreaming up plans on, building the real house or a bigger house, or we're doing some property walks again yesterday and got a sheep stall built, halfway built. It just needs its roof put on and some slab on the sides to make it a little more wind resistant. But just moving and a shaking over here. So yeah, I will leave it at that. Maybe go eat some breakfast. This has been a really long one. But thank you for keeping me busy. If you've made it to the end, please like, subscribe, comment. Tell me about your holidays. Tell me what your plans are. How are things? It really has felt like a really long time since I've been on and talked to you. So I'd love to know how you're doing and what's going on in your corner of the world. And if you have a channel, drop it below. I may or may not be following you already, but I would love to know if you have a channel. I'd love to come and visit with you. So with that, Happy New Year, everybody. I will see you next year with all the bells and whistles on. And happy stitching. Bye.